Have you ever tried to make a point and it just falls flat? Well, today we're going to move way beyond just putting words on a page. We are going to learn how to construct arguments that are so solid they're practically built like a fortress, convincing, powerful, and made to stand up to anything. It really all comes down to this one question, right? How do you take an idea and build it into something that not only makes sense, but actually changes minds? That's the skill we're unlocking today, piece by piece.
All right, here's our blueprint for today. We're going to start with the challenge, then we'll lay a solid foundation, build up the core argument chain, add that critical depth, make a final judgment, and then, of course, frame the finished masterpiece. Let's get to it.
Now, to make this all really stick, we're not going to be jumping between a bunch of different topics. We're going to use one single, consistent question the whole way through. That way, you can see exactly how a simple point grows and evolves into a really sophisticated, persuasive argument. And here is our case study for today. Evaluate the impact of e-commerce on retail businesses. It's a classic, but it's also something we see and feel every single day. So keep this question in your head, because every step we take is all about building a knockout answer to this. So let's get to building. Every single strong argument needs a rock-solid base. Seriously, without this first step, everything you build on top of it is just going to be wobbly and unstable. This is all about being super clear and precise right from the start. Okay, so the foundation is basically just a simple two-step process. First, you state your point. No fluff, no vague language, just a clear, focused statement. Then, right away, you explain it. This shows you don't just know a random fact, you actually understand what it means. And here's what that looks like in action. See? The first sentence states the point. E-commerce allows businesses to reach a wider market. The second sentence explains it. This means they are no longer limited to local customers. Simple, logical, and it sets the stage perfectly for everything that comes next.
With our foundation poured and set, it's time to start building upwards. This is the analysis stage, and this, my friends, is where the magic really starts to happen. We're going to create a strong, logical chain of reasoning that connects our first point to its bigger consequences.
So what exactly is analysis? You know, it's really just the art of asking, so what? Or, why does this matter? It is not enough to just say something happens. You have to show the chain reaction it kicks off. It's all about connecting the dots.
Okay, so let's build out that chain of reasoning. We start with our solid foundation. E-commerce gives businesses access to a wider market. Great, but the big question is, so what? Well, pretty logically, a wider market leads to the potential for increased sales revenue, right? More customers usually means more potential sales. But the chain doesn't stop there, does it? We gotta keep asking, so what? Because that increased revenue can allow a business to achieve economies of scale, spreading out their costs over more units, which in turn can lead to higher profit margins. You see that? It's a perfect, logical flow from point A to B to C. That's analysis. But here's the thing that separates a good argument from a truly great one. You have to consider the other side of the coin. A wider market isn't just a bigger pond to fish in, it also means there are a whole lot more fishermen. This introduces a really important counterpoint. And how do you signal this kind of smart thinking? With these powerful connective words. Think of them as the mortar that holds all the bricks of your argument together. When you use words like consequentially or however, you're showing your reader you're building something sophisticated and well thought out. So, we've built our main structure. Now it's time to stress test it. Evaluation is where you take a step back and you ask, okay, how strong is this argument really? Does it apply in every single situation? This is where you add that critical intellectual depth. For instance, the impact of e-commerce is not the same for everybody. For giants like Amazon or Tesco, a wider market is a massive, massive advantage. But for a little local shop, the huge costs of shipping and trying to compete, well, they can be crushing. The big takeaway here is that the impact depends on the business. Context is everything.
Here's another pro tip for evaluation. Think about time. In the short term, investing a ton of money into a website and logistics can be a huge drain on cash. But in the long term, it could be the one thing that guarantees survival and growth. See, this shows you're thinking in more than just one dimension.
And just like with analysis, you've got a whole toolkit of phrases to signal that you're evaluating.
When your audience sees words like depends on or in contrast, they know you're not just listing facts, you're getting into some higher level critical thinking. Okay, we have built the walls, and we have tested them for strength. Now it is time for the final and maybe most important piece, the keystone. Justification is where you lock your entire argument together by making a clear, supported judgment. Look, you can't just present two sides of an argument and then walk away. You have to decide which argument is stronger and why. These phrases, therefore, ultimately, they signal that you are about to make your final, decisive claim. This is where you take a stand. And this is what a powerful justification sounds like. It acknowledges the complexity, it mentions the costs, but it still comes to a firm conclusion. In the long run, the benefits outweigh them. It's not wishy-washy, it answers the original question directly and decisively. Our structure is now complete, so it's time for the finishing touches, your introduction and your conclusion. Think of them as the frame around your argument. They don't add new points, but they present all your hard work in the best possible light. They're your first and last impression. A great introduction is basically a roadmap for your reader. It says, hey, I understand the question, here are the key areas we're going to explore, and this is the direction we're heading. It shows confidence and control from the very first sentence. And the conclusion is your final word. It is not just a boring summary. It's the destination you promised in your roadmap. You briefly recap the journey, show you've considered all the angles, and then, most importantly, you deliver that final, justified answer with a punch. So, there you have it. The complete blueprint for building an argument that's not just good, but is genuinely persuasive and powerful. All the tools are now in your hands. The only question left is, what will you build?